There's no music. Yay. Good job,
I
Drew.
started
Oh, there it
late.
is.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I don't know where anything is anymore.
Hey.
Where did I put that?
And we're back.
Oh, and we're back.
There we
He's
go.
surprises.
Apparently, Dill has forgotten all the things as well.
He's caught off guard.
I'm handling a package situation here with this guy.
Oh.
Came up, laid the package down, took a picture, picked up the package, and drove off with it. So maybe it was the wrong address. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Uh-oh.
So I'm texting my wife. Did we get a notification? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Were you expecting anything? I mean, yeah, it's like Christmas. I mean, stuff just shows up. So, like, who knows? But yeah, if you were expecting
Right.
something, that'd be interesting.
We get deliveries every day, so I don't know.
I get
no
deliveries
telling
every
could have
day.
been anything.
I got barbecue delivery yesterday.
There you
Oh.
go. There's Lucky.
Lucky's back, and he's still on fire.
Let's see.
Am I still lagging?
Nope.
Oh,
You are
Yeah,
still
you are
messed up.
still
So
behind
good.
about a second.
I find it entertaining.
I'll be
Yeah, you
back.
might keep
I'll
it
be
though.
back. No,
Okay,
no,
all right,
I'll be
fine.
back. I'll be back.
No.
Okay,
I feel like
right.
we can just
I might not have the right connector. I don't know.
we don't
I
even
don't.
need Lucky in the show. I mean, he's
No, we just-
useless
great, I'm out.
anyway.
Said he's
Pointless
going up
to
there.
even have him.
Yeah.
There
No,
it
you
is.
did a little light troubleshooting.
Damn, I went blurry again.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
This show is a mess. No wonder we can't get signed by a major corporation.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Somebody remind me. There was a live stream show. It was like two black guys would just like talk about the news. I forget what this was called. A friend of mine was a huge fan of it, and they got picked up by a real studio, and they gave them like this ESPN level set and like nice couches, and it totally failed because it just wasn't crappy enough.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't crappy enough
maybe-
or losery
Listen.
enough.
Sponsors or whoever. We don't need all that. We just need a bag of cash, and we'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
We
we'll
can
change
have
nothing.
the broadcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a very.
Blurry, laggy, drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
I mean,
We
we're
can,
gonna blow.
I know Restream. We can put like a QR code to the sponsor's website, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can put, we can name
Yeah.
ourselves to
Yeah.
Nike if Nike chooses to sponsor us. Whatever.
Yeah,
I could be
wanna,
bought. I'll wear,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just want to blow money on hookers and blow because that's what you're supposed to do, and I haven't done it in a while.
I would like to do that. That's my goal. So, how was your all's Thanksgiving? What did we do? Drew was out like motorcycling or bicycling or
One of
something
those,
with
yeah.
2 wheels.
It's true. Yeah.
My daughter had her
You end up doing
tonsils
that.
out. So
Your
that was
father
fun.
had your tonsils out?
No, my daughter.
Your daughter had tonsils. I was just saying your father had the tonsils out.
Now he's long
Dude,
gone. So if they took his tonsils out, that'd be grave robbing.
Yeah,
I guess.
nobody will know.
Totally,
Amazing.
totally different subject.
My daughter
She's
just
doing
had
good.
tonsillitis.
Oh, cool.
What's that?
My daughter just got over. Well, she still has it. Tonsillitis.
It's going
So
around.
she
I
still
hear.
has her tonsils in.
Yeah,
She just had tonsillitis. Yeah.
she just has the tonsillitis. So she's sick, and then my husband got COVID.
Again?
Yeah,
I don't
again,
actually know how many times he's had a visit again.
twice. Yeah,
Oh,
twice.
okay. Twice this year or just twice?
Just his second time total. I'm
Okay.
trying to get unblurry.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
This worked last time. See, it works when I
Oh.
do that.
That's so weird. Well, just keep
Perfect.
doing that during the show. We won't explain it. Yeah, okay. What's Christine doing? It's an epileptic seizure or something. I don't know. It could be anything.
This
Yeah.
is amazing.
I'm gonna try that next time I drink too much. Probably won't work.
No, it won't. You'll fall out of your chair.
but yeah.
Got to see the grand dog and the 2 grand cats.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my parents came and visited for the first time in a while. We usually go to one of my sister's places. One lives in Chicago, one lives in Denver. This year, everybody's like, it's a lot. Let's just stay home. I'm like, yeah, okay, great. My parents came here, and it was actually it was surprisingly okay. Worked
My
out
brother
great.
came into town, so I had to
Ah.
spend time. I was forced to spend time with my brother. I did
Ah.
get to go golfing, so that's good.
Cool.
I do love me some golfing, but then I also got sick. So I think it was like
Hmm.
my body couldn't decide. Usually, I'm very resilient, but my body couldn't decide: am I going to get COVID or am I going to get a cold, like my
Right.
daughter has, that turned into tonsillitis? And so my body was
And
like,
then
we're just going to get a cold. So I did get a cold, and it was pretty rough for the past week or so. But I feel better.
Yeah, good. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff going around, but I got all the
Yeah.
vaccines, so I'm immune. I think I literally did though. I actually had to get
I
shingles.
got all
but
my vaccines too, but I mean,
I got shingles also. I was like, just stack it up. What else you got? Monkeypox?
Yes.
Like, give me the RSV, like or whatever it is. I'll take
the
them all.
bleach injectables.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, those two. Yeah, the butt lift.
yes, the
Yeah, they've been talking
BBL.
about
Epervectum, I eaten that stuff too.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why they're looking in there, but it's clear. I think. I think they would have said if it wasn't. So,
They
yeah.
just said bend over and cough, and you're like, all right.
All right, yeah, it's my favorite part. I love that.
They found a set of keys and no cancer.
Yeah,
That's
that's where my gun was. That's actually an article I didn't pick, by the way. There was a guy who got arrested, and they found and they strip searched him. They found a gun in his rectum. The funny thing was, is that it ended up not being a crime because it was his gun. In America, you're allowed to put your own gun up your butt.
It's called conceal and carry.
That's right.
So the question
This is America.
which is illegal? Other people's guns up your butt, or
If you stole them, like if
your
they didn't let
gun other people's butt?
Well, so I think consent matters a lot here. I think
Not
if
in
somebody,
Texas.
Well, that's true. Not in Texas, but in other states where they have consent, it turns out it's only legal if somebody else's gun is up your butt. They have to be cool with that, and I think vice versa. I haven't never tried it. So.
I'm gonna try it now.
Okay. Well, you're in Texas, so I think it's legal no matter what.
Everything is
right
legal
now,
here.
or
all
after the
cavities
show?
are
Right now.
up for grabs.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's the way to be. That way you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, laws. Whatever.
We don't care.
Yeah, I
We
rode
don't care.
the week before Thanksgiving. I rode a bike across Joshua Tree National Forest, and it wasn't just that. Actually, we kept going. We just did a big loop around Palm Springs, and it wasn't a huge distance. I mean, it was 200 miles, but it was like 4 mountains was the problem. Like that was the crazy part. We
Don't
did
bikers get like diarrhea when they're traveling, and you have to like stop and shit on the side of the road? I'm just asking.
That's probably triathletes, if I had to guess, because I always look for a bathroom. I don't know. I'm not in a hurry. We're not like being timed.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not a race.
Got it. Because when I picture you go, like you're like, I'm going on a biking tour, and I'm like, oh, good. He's gonna like pull over in the middle of a fucking field and just have rampant diarrhea right there.
Nope, not usually. I mean, sometimes. But
That could happen when you're not biking.
Yeah, that's right. Just the other day.
That happened to me once in the middle of traffic. We don't talk about that.
Church, I mean, it's just
no big deal.
Comes out of nowhere, I guess.
This is America. We are free to do what we want.
Even if it's stupid. And it often is. In fact, if people didn't do stupid things, I wouldn't have a damn job. So it's working out great for me.
Yay.
Yes. That's why we're here.
I say let's get started because there's like a shit ton of news, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we should roll into it. Lucky's going to be back as soon as he figures out his technical whatever it is. He's running a second behind on the audio for some reason. And we said, just roll with it, but apparently that's not, he's a professional. He's like, no, I can't.
What?
Yeah.
I
know. I would have been like, all right.
To, do this thing with the microphone and, speak into it. And he should probably not ever. No one should give him money to do that.
Yeah. Well, they do. Apparently that's his literal job. So I guess
he sucks at it.
It's crazy. He does all right. All right, let's see here. Well, let me find the damn news. Hold on. There's a button here somewhere I got to push. Okay, there you go.
Okay, triple whammy of solar storms heading for the Earth could turn cannibal.
Yeah,
cannibal.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Not cannibal.
That's what it says. Yeah. So the real story is there are some solar storms. There are 3 of them, as it turns out. Oh, here's a picture of. It's not. This actually is a picture of a solar flare. They just wanted to.
That is an eruption. If you're catching my drift.
Oh,
I like the eruptions.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Well, anyway, so
anyway,
the problem apparently is that they could turn cannibal, which is funny because I did a Control F search for that word in this article. It appears one other place where they reiterate that the trio of solar storms might turn cannibal, but by cannibal, what they really mean is that they might run into each other and form a bigger one, which I don't know.
Oh,
that is not how cannibalism works.
No, that's like is Ultron a cannibal? I don't think so.
I'm not a cannibal, but I feel like that's not how it works.
No, if
I feel
Voltron's
like
not a cannibal.
Isn't that like how atoms merge or whatever?
No. We need Phil Plait for this to get on here and tell us how we're all wrong.
Yeah.
He's not here right now, so he can't do it.
Yeah, I thought one would eat the other, and then it would just be one.
Yeah, they don't eat each other. Apparently, they just like join forces, and like then it becomes like a big deal. So also, aside from the use of the word cannibal, which seems a bit gratuitous since it only showed up once, it turns out, like I said, that's not really even the correct concept to use here. But again, if you're a tabloid in England,
hard hitting news.
Try to punch it up here. And by punching it up, they said that this is an M-class flare, which sounds like a Star Trek thing. So
Ooh,
I don't know.
Nasty ejections.
M-class, man. But that also means it's habitable if it's Star Trek.
There's eruptions and ejections. Oh my.
Ejections. Yeah, this is getting hot.
This new microphone is just kind of coming really fucking handy, isn't it?
Yeah. You can totally
right in my ears.
The glottal fly is like totally like popping right now.
It's like you're
look, here's another picture. I don't know. That's not a solar flare. That's the sun, though, I think.
That's a solar's anus.
Yes, it's the butt of the sun. That's true. Yeah, most people don't realize that the sun does have an anus, and that's where solar flares come from. That's true.
Yeah.
It literally farts out flares.
Stuff.
That's
science.
And then science.
And then it turns into the aurora borealis. Which, by the way,
dirty.
So I meant to pull a photo up. I saw this float by, and I can't figure out where the hell, because I read 20 versions of this article. I don't know who had it, but they had a handy map of where in the United States tonight you could probably see the aurora borealis, and it looks like, Dill, you're on the edge.
Yes,
he's right there. Oh, I heard
it's supposed to rain all night tonight.
I heard Lucky.
Where did he go? You can't see it. You won't be able to see it. Here's Lucky. Lucky's back, I think. All right, here we go. What do we got?
All right, am I here? Am I lagging?
It's perfect. Yes. No. Yes. It's perfect.
By perfect, he means like you're better, but you still suck.
I'm hardwired in. I'm totally hardwired in now.
Now it's caught up. Yeah.
Now
okay.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's magic.
Well, fuck you.
Freaking magic, man.
Fuck you, Christine. Fuck you. I'm back. Bask in the glory of my opulence.
Is that where you throw the non-believers?
I was just saying that I am so glad you don't have a job where you actually have to speak into a microphone for a living, because you fucking suck at it.
Did you mute him, Drew?
No, I think he's seething. He rage quit. He rage quit.
He's gone. He's gone.
I know, or his computer crashed. One of the two. He rage quit. Oh no!
I'm so good. I've made him cry. I love this. He's gonna blow my phone up now. He's gonna fucking text me.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Well, you're handling that. Yeah, there's some other pictures of things that aren't real. I don't think this is real. I don't know that they've had. They probably have Northern Lights. So anyway, yeah, if you're not under a cloud cover, you can see the aurora borealis tonight. Probably said closer to like 4:00 in the morning, the time that nobody ever gets up or is awake. But there's a really well. Okay, then you got a shot, and you're on the border. So look north, and if you see bright lights, that's the aurora borealis. Unless this was an interesting other article that came out about this.
These magnificent purple and green lights aren't auroras. This is Steve.
It's Steve.
What?
Steve.
It's Steve.
Yes. So it turns out
is Steve, our all creator overlord, or what is happening here?
No. Well, it doesn't say that. I guess anything's possible. No. Apparently, what happened was there was a debate. Oh God, I have to read the articles. A debate in a pub in Ireland where this started, where basically they were debating whether or not there were these other things that keep on getting spotted closer to the equator. People keep taking photos of them. This is what they look like, but they're just green and purple ribbons. Nothing else going on there. And so
what? So
the question is, what is this? And so they started debating on what it could be. And the problem was that, well, so this is scientists that are drunk, by the way. They're sitting around, and one of the guys threw out the phrase. Something like, let me find it. They didn't like it. It was like there was where's that thing? DDD. I should have got this looked up earlier. They called it proton something or other, and they thought it was kind of a dumb name for it. Oh yeah, proton arc. So here we go. This is the money shot right here.
Proton arc.
Yeah. So they said, well, can we stop calling it a proton arc? And so what happened was on Facebook, they put it to a vote, and somebody proposed that they call it Steve.
I can't argue with that.
Right.
Even better. The name was borrowed from the cartoon Over the Hedge.
Yes, they named it Steve after Over the Hedge because everybody's a lot less scared of Steve than a frightening towery leafy bush or something that they don't understand in the sky, as it turns out.
Proton arc.
Yes.
A giant Steve in the sky is pretty terrifying still.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to say that's not going to work for me either. But yeah. So, and unfortunately, because these were scientists, nobody told them that oftentimes it's not even a good idea to come up with a working title for a thing, because if you do and it's dumb, it'll probably stick. And that's what happened. And now it's
what other reason would you come up with dumb things? You want it to stay.
Alcohol.
Steve is still very pretty.
Yes, it is. So if you look up in the night sky and you see a ribbon of purple or green, it's Steve. It's not the Aurora. The Aurora is many colors.
Sweet.
Steve is 2. And purple and green.
Steve is only 2 colors. Steve is the underperformer of Auroras.
Yeah.
The sky. Yes.
And many other things probably too, but we won't speculate on that. We'll just
I'm very sad about this. Poor Steve.
Keep an eye for Steve. Steve's doing all right. And then in other news,
iconic napalm rights advocate is dead at 100.
Yeah, the Onion.
Wah, wah.
This guy died yesterday.
Yeah, he died yesterday.
There's no article either. That's it.
That's it. He has all he gets. He doesn't even get a name. He gets.
It's a good epitaph. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we're stuck with that. So okay. Well, anyway, that's all there is there.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Moving on.
Gay furry hackers breach nuclear lab and demand that it create cat girls. Hey, it worked.
Look, oh my God, Christine, what is that on your head?
Yeah.
Oh God, they succeeded. That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't know about this story. I did warn her that the cat ears were going to come in handy. Look at that, you guys look almost identical.
We're the same.
Yeah. So. Just like the cannibalizing solar flare situation, you got to read the article to find out, is this really what's going on? So it turns out that these, they are gay furry hackers. They've been around for a while. Their name is, I don't know that it matters, but their name is Sieged Sec, or Siege Security. They are self-described gay furry hackers, and apparently they pwned the Idaho National Laboratory, which is one of the largest nuclear labs in the United States. Whatever a nuclear lab is. Sounds pretty bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What'd they do? They demanded cat people?
They said normally when they own a place, they usually try to get crypto. They want Bitcoin or they want like other stuff. No, this time they demanded that the nuclear laboratory start researching to create real-life cat girls. And when asked why, they said, because we're cats and we don't have to answer that question. For real. They actually said that.
That's so good. They planned that out, I bet.
Yeah, I think so.
She's very cute.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to create this cat girl or not. Like, I mean, hopefully they'll create many cat girls.
Do you think a real cat girl would be cute, like, or just horrifying?
Kawaii.
Licking her own butt and scratching
Kawaii desu ne. Cute.
Oh, okay, good.
All right,
thanks.
Freaking Americans.
All right, yeah, well, she'll work out. So, I did. So this story came out about 6 days ago. I did try to see if there was a follow up. There's not.
It's because it's been taken over by the cat girls already.
Yeah.
I hope so.
They're trying to get them all created.
I really want that to be what's actually going on. But yeah, so that either means that the nuclear research laboratory is still being held hostage by the gay fury hackers, or they've actually made the cat girls and they're waiting to announce it probably next week, because you don't announce anything.
There's no evidence of anything anywhere. I'm just saying.
No, that's true. Yeah, in general.
There's no cat girls anywhere.
No evidence.
No.
All right, what else we got here?
Mystery Mexican aliens are definitely not human and have 30% DNA of unknown species.
Oh,
these are those cute little ones, right?
Yeah, those guys right there. So we covered this story. In fact, we're about to go into a trifecta of sort of follow-ups. We covered this story a while ago because this guy he found these guys in Peru and somehow convinced the Mexican government to let him talk to them. I don't know why they care, but it's aliens. So that's probably it. He's got like 3 of these, I think, but he says he's got more. He found him in a mine in Peru. For some reason, badly wanted to talk to the Mexican Congress, and so he did. He actually trotted these things out in a session of Congress in Mexico and talked about how they're totally real and not fake at all. And he said that a lot for some reason. I don't know.
Amazing.
Yeah. So this is a follow-up. It turns out they let him back in. He got back into Mexican Congress yesterday.
Of course.
For some reason, to announce that he's had it DNA tested And as the headline says, the results were it is definitely not human, and it has 30% DNA of an unknown species.
What's the other percentage? I mean, what's the other percentage?
Is it?
70, what do you think?
70% human.
No, it's plaster of Paris, according to the FARC headline. Anyway, yeah, it kind of looks like it too.
That's a good headline. I like that.
So plaster of Paris, probably. They said they had scientists with them. they were saying the DNA test. I don't know what's going on. This guy, he's not even selling a book. I don't think.
That's because this is true. Like this whole thing, and we're laughing as if the guy is insane, but it is a real alien laying there, dried up like jerky.
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth. You're dead.
Yeah, they found him in a salt mine, so he probably died in there.
Oh, yeah. That's what happens.
So anyway, I'm still going with fake on this one, but this guy's still at it. So that is our
I
first.
vote real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that works. That's one of us. And then the second follow up. Let's see here.
There's more.
No, here's another follow up.
Oh no! Colombia begins sterilization of hippos descended from the pets of drug kingpin Pablo Escobar.
Yes,
Why? Are they
well,
messed up? Or?
It started with 7, right? And now there's 307 because
169 that they know of. They said. So to kind of recap, apparently in the 80s, Pablo Escobar had a lot of money. I had to check the names. Bad at names. Had a lot of money. Built a bunch of houses. Decided it would be great to import some hippos and have those running around. I don't think anybody told him that it's literally the most dangerous animal in Africa. More people are killed by hippos than literally anything else. Well, maybe not like rattlesnakes and stuff.
They're cute, but they're deadly.
Right. They're really dangerous because they're mean-tempered and they like to bite people.
Aren't they also kind of blind a lot?
Yeah. I heard that we actually learned this at the Cincinnati Zoo. Hopefully this will never come in handy, but they said if you are charged by a hippopotamus, just stand real still like a T-Rex because their eyesight sucks. But they can smell really well, and if you haven't taken a shower in a while, you're dead.
Oh, then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So if they're running straight towards you, you're supposed to stand still. And
I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to get the hell out of there.
I'm going to jump on it and ride it.
Pablo Escobar, that's a good good idea, actually.
Do it.
Why not? You're going to die anyway. You might as well go out in the blaze of glory.
That's right. Guess what I did? St. Peter or Satan. Anyway,
what happened was go ahead.
So what happened was that Pablo Escobar eventually was captured and thrown in jail, and nobody really knew what to do with the hippos, so they did nothing. And it turns out that the climate in South America where Pablo Escobar brought the hippos is exactly the same climate that they're used to, and they thrived, and now they're an invasive species.
Oh, man. So there's no natural hippo population down there, right?
There's no predators.
No, and definitely no predators. It's a hippo. It's a hippo, man.
So.
Yeah, nothing big enough to take down those except for us. And apparently, I guess they don't taste good. Because if they did, this would be solved. Ted Turner would have a restaurant based off of these guys. If that was the case. So anyway, they've been talking for years about what to do about this because they're afraid of the projected population in the next 5 years goes to 1,000, and nobody wants 1,000 angry hippos roaming around in the wild in your country.
I mean, you don't.
Well, you're right. I don't. Yeah,
I would like that because it's a lot more preferable to what really is roaming around in Texas.
Yeah, like rednecks and snakes.
And Ted Cruz.
Texas is closer to this than we are, so go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Get on it. Migrate.
They can just migrate up to me and eat.
I guarantee they'll eat them in Texas. It don't matter what it tastes like.
A little barbecue sauce.
That's right.
Yeah. That'd be great. But so they've started a program of forced sterilization, which apparently they've only done 3 so far because it takes a while. You got to stun it, and then they have to do surgery on it out in the field, and apparently it takes like 10 people. And
here's my question: you know how they TNR cats? So they trap them, and then they neuter or spay them, and then they tip their ears so that people know we don't need to catch this. Do you think they do that to the hippos? Like just tip their ears?
I hope so.
How else would you know from afar? No, don't. I want to be on that TNR team. Like I need to be on that team.
Hey, my brother is actually a person that does the cat thing here in Indiana, so he's an expert. Maybe we could send him down there with you, and you two could figure it out.
Why are you trying to get rid of both of us?
No, I'm not trying to get rid of you. I'm just trying to save the hippos. or get
Well,
rid
they're
of them.
being saved. That's kind of the problem. I guess they're going to still roam around until they die. So they got that.
Well, yeah, we don't want to kill them, but we do want to control their population because they're going. We don't want hippo overlords.
No, we do not, or any really overlords of any kind. I'm not really.
I mean, no, definitely not hippo ones.
No, because they can't see. I mean, it's obvious. Oh yeah, and the third follow-up.
So no big
deal. I ran the bumper too soon. This was the trifecta. Uh-oh. What happened?
Uh-oh.
We lost audio. We lost audio.
I was muted and I forgot to unmute.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to read for you.
No.
Go ahead.
What happened to that giant sargassum seaweed blob? Is it sargassum? Seaweed blob headed for Florida. It shrunk.
Right. I've been kind of wondering about this too, because you remember when this came up in July where there was that massive, like, continental-sized floating blob of really smelly sargassum seaweed that was heading right for the Florida, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's got flesh-eating bacteria in it and other bad stuff." You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had promised to follow up at the time, and I was like, I mean, I don't know why it took until now, but this actually floated in the last week or two, where the follow up is it went away.
Oh,
on its own.
Yeah. I mean, I assume it had help. Maybe it sank to the bottom. It doesn't say actually what happened to it.
Do you think
the
hippos ate it? Oh my God, H2O Gate and I literally we simul posted that.
The hippos ate it. Yeah,
the hippos
ate
it.
Maybe, I don't know, or something in Florida anyway could have eaten it. I have no clue, but yeah, it's gone. I just wanted to do that for completion's sake, because
Okay, yeah, we needed to close that chapter.
Yeah, thank God. Florida is going to be destroyed by some completely different catastrophe, not this one.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank God.
Great minds definitely trash alike.
There we go.
Giant George Santos balloon flails outside Capitol as GOP plows towards expulsion.
There it is. Here it is flailing.
George Santos. That is amazing. Look.
He's got a rip in his trousers.
He is. Yeah. That looks terrific.
I
think that is the real George Santos right
there. I'm finding it difficult to distinguish the difference.
It could be. That's a good question. We're going to watch this again because it's great.
Same amount of hot air inside.
Hot air.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. So the same guys that did the baby Trump balloon, remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they got another one. They pulled this one out of the closet, so to speak. And
closet.
Yeah, and he brought it out to the Capitol to celebrate the fact that at any minute now the Senate's going to vote, or the House is going to vote to expel George Santos. Whether or not it sticks this time, it sounds like the votes are there. So, I mean, we'll still do Santos of the week because I'm sure he's going to mouth off all the time. So, get back in the news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
But, his days may be numbered, and they may be numbered like 2 days. So,
are they selling these just in time for Christmas? Because I might need.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the only problem would be is explaining to people who that is next year. I think
that's true.
Who's that? You remember George Santos? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, FARC has a live thread of the expulsion thread. It started at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So
awesome.
After the stream,
after we're done. Yeah, they haven't done it yet. Well, and also, too, I'm sure it's incredibly stupid because everybody's allowed to get up and talk about stuff. And usually they talk about stuff that is not even related. So we'll see how it goes anyway. But I'm expecting that it'll go down probably about 5 minutes after we stop the live stream, because that's how that usually works.
I was going to log into FARC, but it appears as though I have a bad login cookie and it dropped my session. So thanks, Drew, and it's Mike's fault. It's Mike's fault.
No, it's not Mike's fault. Mike did nothing.
Mike is here.
Fix your computer. That's the
freaking Mike and the cookies.
Here, let's talk about satanic trees real quick.
Okay, quivering GOP lawmaker wigs out over satanic trees for Christmas.
Yes. So here's the video. It's pretty good. Let's do some background real quick so you know what the hell he's talking about. So the National Train Museum, I think is who this is in Northeast Wisconsin for some reason. That's not where I'd put it, but okay. Is having a festival of trees where any local group can submit a tree. And it turns out that they have a fairly active Church of Satan chapter up there who decided to submit one. Yeah, there it is, right? Yeah, decided to submit a Christmas tree with a Satan theme.
How dare they
I know.
ruin a made-up holiday?
I know. Here we go. That takes away from Jesus. But anyway, here's a Republican congressman being upset about it, quivering with anger.
The really shame of it is, Sean, every year the National Railroad Museum does something very interesting and cool and fun for kids, which is they do a big screening of Polar Express, and you're surrounded by all the trains, and it's a cool, fun thing to take your kids to. But now I wouldn't take my kids to it now. I don't want them to be surrounded by satanic trees. The local reporting has been insufficient. So the whole thing is absurd. And I would say one final thing. Conservatives are often accused of launching a culture war or focusing or fixating on cultural issues. But here is a perfect example of how that's not what's happening. What's happening is we're just trying to defend basic traditions or defend our children in the midst of these basic traditions from the encroachment of woke ideology or offensive, upside-down cultural propaganda. And so the whole thing is a shame. I thought that Northeast Wisconsin was at least immune to something that you might see in New York or California, but we need to be vigilant as parents.
Did you guys know Northeast Wisconsin was going to crap? I did, but I didn't think it was for this. I thought it was for other stuff. Yeah.
It's upside down, topsy-turvy.
It is,
infiltrated by the Satanists.
Yeah, exactly. Satanists went on Twitter and started making fun of him. Apparently, that's one of the co-founders of the Church of Satan. Now, there's one interesting thing about this article. So this is on the Huffington Post. The original one I had was on, I think it was the New York Post, which is like a Fox thing. But what I found interesting about it is that everybody mentioned that the Church of Satan does not actually worship Satan, because that seems to be, I understand why people are confused, right? I mean, it's the Church of Satan, right? I mean, but they say he's their mascot. It's more like Duke. He's like, and also they did a cool thing. They don't actually mention Satan anywhere on the tree, except for the name of the sponsoring group. They actually change it to Santa, and all over all the tree are signs that say "Hail Santa."
Who's blurred out? Could it be Satan?
I actually don't know it's blurred out because it's blurred out. I can't tell what that is. I have no idea.
Satan's minion.
Doing the church lady.
Yeah, it's probably a QR code or something. I don't know. But anyway, so if you want to get upset about something, you can go to Northeast Wisconsin and talk about how everything in Northeast Wisconsin was completely fixed and okay until this satanic tree showed up, and now it's all gone to hell, literally.
It's all gone to hell, and like I said, just because a random group decided to completely make up the date of Jesus' birth and make a fake holiday out of it, don't infringe on my fake holiday.
My fake holiday that we stole from the pagans.
Yes, that we stole from the pagans.
How dare they?
I will not let my child be surrounded by Satan tree.
Audacity.
Exactly. Oh, well, anyway, so that's the idiot ball for this week, everybody.
Yay.
Oh, let's see. Oh, but it gets dumber and weirder.
Washington Post drops an eye-popping report on the Magadoms and libtard subs infiltrating kink communities.
So,
huh?
Well, apparently, it turns out, and I've heard rumors of this, there's a lot of kink communities in Washington, D.C., like a ton. Like, you remember the time that Representative Crenshaw tried to warn us all about the crazy orgies that the Republicans were having? Remember that?
No, they don't know what sex is.
He did. Well, you know, it's real.
The kinks, these are people into sex, right? So,
well, I guess I don't know where Christine, you're the expert on this. I don't know where like the lines are on this stuff, but
so when you say kink, it's something outside of missionary sex and sex in the bedroom, basically.
Okay, all right, yeah, like all this stuff. Let's see here. I don't know what some of this.
They call that a kink. I call that a Tuesday night, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's not weird if you anyway. So the problem apparently is this actually kind of reminds me of like all kinds of other communities that get together for completely other reasons have been having trouble because politics keeps interfering and infiltrating into their groups. And in particular, one of the problems they've got, especially in apparently the BDSM set in Washington, D.C., politics is showing up. In fact, there's one major group called the Magadoms and the Libtard Subs that's been out recruiting. And basically, they basically abuse each other while talking about their own political positions.
Just like real life.
Yeah, exactly. Except with,
that happens every day out in public.
With whips and chains.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah, so they said people keep bringing politics into it, and it's like, well, okay, but it sounded pretty funny because it's going both ways. In particular, there's a paragraph down here. Here we go.
As you do.
A 60-year-old male dominatrix named Master Black Satire Dragon Wolf told the Washington Post that he engaged in BDSM with a 22-year-old straight college student who wanted to be punished by a person of color because he voted for Trump.
And
he did. Phone call.
And he actually told him while he said, "I will tear your a-hole apart if you vote for Trump, but you can vote for moderates. It's okay if you can find any. Good luck for that, right? I mean, so see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, big Washington Post is on this story, folks. Like, thank God somebody's covering it, because man, if they weren't,
man, I bringing up politics during sex, I just don't know if that's
or making it the point of it. It's the point of it. Like, that's actually it. It's like I don't know. It's like a bad like Cinemax thing. It's like, I voted for Trump. Punish me. I guess that works for somebody. Okay. Everything works for somebody. Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'd be like, you just ruined it. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I'm out. I'll just go play video games or something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go do something else.
My kid literally just called me to ask who sang the "It's Gonna Be Me" song, and I feel like I need to be put into a nursing home now.
Oh, okay.
I need to call Shady Pines.
There you go.
Yeah. Sex toys can cause diabetes.
What? Yeah, I'm starting to think the Metro is misleading here on a lot of stuff. So here's a picture. Here's a picture of people getting diabetes from whatever they're doing. I don't know. First of all,
boys.
No, I don't either. They got pictures of those coming up though. Yeah. So it turns out yet again they kind of took a thing and ran with it. But it actually is a study. Duke University is involved in this study. Warning of the possible dangers of microplastics and sex toys. And here's what they looked at.
Okay. How do I get involved in this study? I'm asking for a friend.
I think you just do it at home if you have all this stuff lying around and see how it goes. I don't know how you test microplastic levels, but I mean, that's not really the point, right? I mean,
no,
your hemoglobin levels or whatever it is.
Yeah, so they tested it and they found out. Let's see, what did they find out? They tested, and I love this too because they got anal beads and they got vibrators, external vibrators, and I love it too because you can imagine that first meeting, like, okay, guys, what are we testing? Like, well, I got a short list of things that I brought with me to check out. Yeah. So they tested people who use these sex toys for microplastics, and after they used them, they found microplastics in their business, wherever that might be.
All I see is chess cheating devices. I don't see any.
Exactly. I know. These seem pretty tame after the last article. Now, you may be wondering, although we kind of covered similar ground, why do sex toys cause diabetes?
Yeah.
Because that's not really mentioned in the study.
I'm curious.
Yeah. It's because of this one paragraph right here.
They can be ingested and absorbed into the bloodstream. Okay, if you're ingesting your sex toys, I'm very confused.
That's not where they go, I think. I mean, I'm not clear on the whole point of it.
What does the word ingested mean? Is it
like in your stomach, right?
I think absorbed into your system, yeah.
In your system. So it's absorbed somehow into your system. So when I think ingested, I think literally in my mouth.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
That's not where toys go.
Yeah,
so you shouldn't put the sex toys in your mouth.
Dill, take notes.
Yeah, I'm unclear. They didn't really.
Well, that's 50% of my game. Oh well.
That's a good point. But anyway, so they can cause diabetes, but it turns out no part of this study or anybody else suggested that. But that's in the headline. So
wait a minute. Plastic though, isn't diabetes like the overabundance of sugar?
Yes, right.
What does plastic have to do with sugar?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm just okay. So basically, Duke is just like using this as an excuse to be hey, let's masturbate and make a study out of it.
It's actually not Duke. Well, that's true. That's what they did. Somebody was like, "You think we can get a sex toy study going on microplastics?" And then I'm sure that I want to go to one of these parties where they're like, "Oh my God, they accepted our study! I can't believe it. Now we have to test anal beads for plastic." But no, so they didn't mention diabetes anywhere. There was some headline editor over at the Metro was like, "I need to punch this up. I'm going to drag diabetes into it." And that's how we got this headline. But
I'm just, curious. Like, do you think I'm imagining like in a college dorm, there's a bulletin board, for scientific study participants needed, and then in fine print, bring your own toy, right?
Yeah,
like
probably. And everybody's like, "Is this real?" Well, if they're paying, then if I get a check, whatever.
What if the participants pay the researchers? Does it make it illegal in a prostitution kind of sense?
Boy, I don't know. We should try.
Oh, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Unless it's illegal, which case we should not. That's my general rule for things, actually.
I don't know, but I don't like feet on my screen, so let's go to the next story.
Okay, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. All right, let's move on.
Feet are gross.
Those aren't sex toys anyway. Dory, this won't be an improvement over the last one.
I have frozen my penis, says Swedish cross-country skier after racing in icy temperatures.
Huh.
There he is, frozen penis and all. That's
amazing.
Definitely the expression I would expect to see on somebody whose penis is frozen.
That's what hot hands are made for. You just shake it and then stick it.
Apparently, the problem is that when you're speed skating, you want to have the least amount of weight on you as possible. So they wear basically just like plastic skin that's not very warm. And he said not only did he freeze his penis, he did win. So that's good for him, I guess. But he said he's done it before, and it's the worst pain imaginable. So I don't think I want any part of it.
Well, that was going to be my next question. Like, they are literally, that's their job to
freeze their penises.
Ski in the snow. Yes. So you would think that they would be used to is it just me?
They say you can't get used to it. It hurts so bad. He also said he's very happy his wife is pregnant with their second child because he thinks that's it for it.
No, heat kills the sperms. I'm pretty sure that scientists freeze sperm naturally. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe 30 years from now, they'll unthaw and he'll have children that'll be younger than his grandchildren.
Right. Yeah. And then they're going to go back in time and kill him.
Exactly. You see? Do you see where this is going? This is, yes.
I like it. This is great. I would watch that. I would. Not the frozen penis part, but I would. One of the reasons I pulled this, aside from, hey, it's a frozen penis, is that is literally all that's in this article. There's a lot of talking about frozen penises and stuff, but I'm like, is there anything else interesting? Nope. Just my penis froze. Oh, and at the end, the final paragraph is the best. Prince Harry also froze.
He also revealed in his autobiography that he was suffering from a frostbitten penis at his brother's wedding following an expedition to the North Pole in 2011.
Yeah. Now, I have questions, but I'm not concerned about the answer. I think we could just move on. I don't know what he was doing up there.
Maybe he was writing his name in the snow and it took too long.
Yeah, that's one way. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not interested in looking into that one further, actually. I think get some reflected pain here. There we go. Good old smoking gun.
Drug suspect claims someone put meth in his underwear while he slept.
Somebody.
Someone.
So it gets a little more mysterious than that. So it turns out that I think he was already in jail or, anyway, whatever it was, at some point they had him searched. And so when they found the meth in his underwear, it was actually underneath his penis in a vial, which he said he didn't know how it got there, but he was pretty sure it had Advil in it. And when they opened it up, it did have Advil in it and meth. But that's why they think he did it.
For the Advil?
He knew the Advil was there?
He knew Advil was in there.
For the Advil.
That's the smoking gun.
Yeah, so his defense is that while he was sleeping, somebody must have snuck into his room, put this vial of Advil, which he apparently previously knew about, and it didn't have meth at the time, added meth to it, and then managed to tuck it up under his penis, and he didn't find out until he got strip searched. That's his defense.
Right. That was absolutely going to be my defense when I came back from the Dominican Republic. Had anyone strip searched me,
what did you bring back?
I'm not going to say on
they didn't find her meth
on the public. They didn't find it, but I'm just saying it. Yes, I had that excuse at the ready that it's not mine. Someone planted it there while I was traveling.
Obviously, that's of course that's what happened. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, well, it didn't work in this case, so we might need to look.
So I need a new excuse before I travel again.
Yeah. Damn. I know. Yeah. Well, we'll figure something out. Maybe it's like I own that. It's okay if I put it there. What do you think? Does that work?
I did not bring back micro frozen peni. For those of you who follow my Facebook, I brought back giant wooden dildos. Just so you know.
Oh well, yeah, that makes sense. That's a party.
Oh.
All right then.
Congrats.
A Florida man
you don't get diabetes from the wooden ones.
Yeah, that's right. No microplastics. You are living healthy. Good job.
Florida man has been arrested for pooping on a dead possum on the street during rush hour, police say.
Yep. All right. Anyway, that's the whole story.
And that's it.
Moving on. They said it. They said they got him doing it.
Are sex acts on animals better than butchering them for meat? Asks Charity Boss.
Yeah,
What?
just asking questions.
It is a legitimate question, Dill.
Well, yeah,
Is it
it
though?
certainly is. It
It's
certainly
a
is.
question. It's definitely a question. I don't know if anybody should ask it. But
It's got a question mark in it. I can see.
Yep, there it is. That punctuation. Yeah.
It's punctuation.
So unfortunately, this guy asked this question on social media. I think it was on Shitter. I'm not sure. But basically, he started out by saying, it's super creepy because let's see here. Let's see what he actually said, because I was reading this and I was like, man, I don't know. Here we go. He bizarrely argued. You want to read this, Christine? I promise it's
Yeah.
Okay,
he
great.
bizarrely argued, imagine that you're an animal locked up all of your life in a factory farm stall, too narrow for you to even turn around, let alone walk a single step, so that you have nothing to do all day except stand up and lie down on a floor consisting of bare metal slats. Then you're crammed into a truck and driven for many hours to a place where you're just going to be slaughtered.
Okay, now here's a follow-up. He's like, so contrast that with this situation.
Imagine that you are an animal living with a person who cares for you and loves you in all the ways that most people love their companion animals. But in addition, this person sometimes has sexual contact with you, making sure that the contact does not hurt you and leaving you free to move away if you don't like it.
He's thought a lot about this.
This has been thought about a lot.
He's really thought a lot about this.
There's a process to this thinking.
Yeah, so anyway, it turns out nobody's going for it. Everybody was like, what the actual hell is wrong with you? British actor James Dreyfus.
Stop it, for goodness sake. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna walk away from him until the peanut butter's gone. I don't know.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm assuming situations. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he is too.
Which charity is this?
Good question. Charity is he's a top academic, it says. Philosopher and Animals Australia co-founder. It's Animals Australia, everybody.
Even better.
That's terrible.
Even better.
Oh,
Animals Australia.
Oh no. Do you suppose he founded Animals Australia? You know what? Let's just
those poor koala bears.
Let's move on. We already know what's happening.
Let's no further conjecture.
This mystery has been solved.
Yeah, I think so.
Philia. Scientists say that a new AI can translate what chickens are saying.
I need that.
Do you? Oh, that's
cool. Do you know what my chickens are saying?
What do you think they're saying?
Right now, can we have some more worms?
Yeah,
like little mealworms. They love them.
Yeah. What else did they say?
There might be a hawk over there.
Okay. I was in the bushes. About the hawk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Well, no, they say all kinds of stuff.
Oh, good. Okay.
Can we come in the house? Sorry, we shit all over the ground.
Yeah. I need to poop in there.
Oh no! Please don't tell me that was literally what the AI translated was buck, buck, buck.
I like to believe so. I think it was just written by an editor. I'd like to believe so.
The cluck, cluck, cluck is translating into buck, buck, buck. That's what they've been saying the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out we were mistranslating the entire time and had no idea. They're actually Swedish.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I could continue with what really happened, but honestly, it's not as good as what we
I mean, how much would this new AI cost? $50 bucks?
Hopefully not much.
$50 bucks? Cursed
Yuck.
No more. This team ended the Colonel Sanders hex. No.
Yeah, I had not heard about this. This happened earlier in November, but that's how long we've been off the air. So I brought it out. There's a very famous baseball team in Japan. They're called the Tigers, the Hanshin Tigers, and they went into a little bit of a drought. That was 40 years ago. They last won their World Series. Here's a photo of that happening. They already won. They're celebrating on the field. So apparently, one of the traditions, for some reason, they don't explain where these come from. They just say it happened. Is that when these guys win, they're all supposed to go jump in the local river, which is incredibly polluted. And in fact, when they won, 5,000 people jumped in. Some people got hurt. For some reason, while they were performing the jumping in the polluted river tradition, they decided that somebody needed to dress up as each one of the baseball players and jump in the river. And the problem is that they had one player who kind of looked like Colonel Sanders. Here they are side by side.
Yes, I can see the
Yeah, I mean, it's
zero resemblance.
It's exactly the same guy. I mean,
wait, which is which?
I know, I can't tell either.
Yeah.
It's no telling. Could be either of them.
Mustache, it's hard to tell.
That's hard to tell, but yeah, so I see why they did. So they decided rather than have somebody else jump into the polluted river, potentially die, there is a KFC right here with the statue of Colonel Sanders out front. Why don't we tear that out of its moorings and throw that in the river?
That's a good idea.
And then they celebrated until the night. Now, the following years, they were expected to repeat the World Championship, but they didn't. And after about 3 years, they were trying to figure out why that might be. And somebody offhandedly said, perhaps Colonel Sanders has cursed this team. At first, they laughed it off because it was only 3 years in. And then they were like, man, so 10 years later, they were like, uh-oh, we still haven't won this damn thing. We need to go find Colonel Sanders in the river. So a group of people jumped in the river to try to find him. They did not. Somebody got hurt in the process. And they continued to lose. 10 more years passes, and finally it comes time to dredge the river, and they found it. They dug it up, and there's a picture of it here somewhere.
And did they win?
There it is.
He's missing a hand.
Yeah, it fell off while it was in the river for 20 years. And so they set this up, and they're like, okay, surely now, looks kind of like me, actually.
His glasses. Yeah.
That's weird.
Like, take off that little soul patch, and it looks just like Drew.
It does. That's practically me. I'm like in a mirror here. It's a statue of me. At any rate, what they found, so they're like, okay, maybe the curse is over now, except it wasn't. And then where did this go? I lost the plot. There was something else they had to do because they were like, okay, well, maybe we got to do something about this curse here. Oh yeah, and so the other problem was they put up walls and stuff to stop them from jumping in the river. So that was the big one. And then the KFC was like, well, we can't have that gross ass statue in our KFC, so we'll do a cardboard cutout of it and we'll have that there. So that went on for many years, but apparently last weekend, the curse of Colonel Sanders was no longer able to hold up. The team won for the first time in 38 years, and I don't think that many people jumped in the river because I think they learned their lesson. The end.
Wow.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Read it to me again.
Yeah. Okay.
Slower.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know, when a chicken loves, no, actually, that was the last story.
Right.
Anyway, there you go. I love those big long ones because it's just like, damn, is this thing?
I too love the big long ones.
Oh yeah, nice.
You are eating Pringles wrong, and people are just realizing they're missing flavor.
Yeah. So I may start, if I can find a regular video on this, because I do see them go by quite a bit, I may start posting videos of things that Zoomers have just figured out that the rest of us can't believe they didn't know already.
Like, yes, the
Pringles thing, for example. Let me show you the video here. It's down here somewhere. It was down here somewhere. Where did my video go?
It's loading. It's right up top. It says video loading.
Load, damn it. Load. Let's see here. It was down here earlier.
Click on Cooking Hungry. I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Found it. Okay, here it is. We got to play it. I tried this earlier.
Did you know there's a correct way to eat the Pringles?
Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's the demonstration. All right, everybody.
The curved part in your mouth and just eat it like that, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
You're actually supposed to eat it like this.
What? No.
The reason is because most of the seasoning in all Pringles are on the top side.
Wow.
And not this side.
Okay.
If you rub
how many hits has this thing got?
You feel
10 billion.
All the seasoning that's on this side.
You can feel the seasoning, apparently.
This is the lamest article because look, it has 47 likes, and that's probably all of his family.
It probably is, actually. Yeah, everybody.
Like, I think I just posted a TikTok yesterday that has more likes than that. So
let me see here what we got.
Was it about Pringles?
It was not.
Oh, look! It's had 1,975 views. It went viral, everybody.
It went viral.
1,974 before the show.
I was getting ready to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, good job, Zoomers. You solved another mystery.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys. Way to go.
Thank you.
So I think I can make a regular feature out of this, although it's going to be really mind-numbingly dumb. But.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was kind of part of what my TikTok was about yesterday, is because now, you know how the new, how we do the heart like this and the other, they do the heart like this, right? The
other
Zoomers and the millennials.
Oh, the Zoomers. Okay.
The Zoomers, I think they do the heart like this now. So this is no longer a thing. That's how you know how old people are, is how they do the hearts. Yeah. And then when you zoom in on your phone, the older people, we zoom in like this slow, but the Zoomers do it quickly. And only us young'uns know how to do the quick zoom. And so someone was like, the millennials have just now figured out how to do the quick zoom. And I was like, bitch, I'm Gen X and I know how to do the quick zoom. So.
Oh, yeah. Did you do a video on this? Are we all going to be like, are you going to go viral?
I'm not going to go viral. It would have already gone viral. But yes, I did do a video on it. That was my video that I posted yesterday because TikTok gets angry at me and says you need to like post videos in order to keep your creator account. I don't know. Some bullshit. Okay. Like I'm some kind of influencer and they get mad at me when I don't.
How do you make the new heart? Is the new heart
the new heart is yeah, I have to think about it. It's that and that.
Wow.
Okay.
I got
it. I have to think about it. Like it's not innate.
I'm
it's
Gen
difficult.
X.
It hurts.
Well, so.
It literally hurts. Yeah. Maybe that's why they do it, because for us
love people, hurts, Christine, and that's why this is important.
That's why. That's right.
Like but I'm a Swiftie, so I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. That's a butt.
I'm a lazy. Swiftie. I'm a lazy, so I can just do this.
There you go.
What's a lazy?
Lazy. Like lazy. I don't want to do.
You mean goatsy?
You're a goatsy?
That's goatsy. Goatsy's more like, yeah, anyway.
So the Zoomers have now just discovered the car stereos that you remove from your car when you leave. They've just discovered that. They've just discovered squirts.
Oh. What?
Drew doesn't know what a squirt is.
Oh, squirt.
No, not squirt. Not squirt.
No?
That's a whole different thing, Drew. Oh. Skort. SKORT.
Oh, a skort.
Words?
I don't know what a skort is.
Oh my God, you boys are such.
Is it like a shart?
It is. Yeah, skorts. Thank you. It is where it's shorts. They're shorts, but they're built. They're mini skirts, but they have built-in shorts underneath. Okay. And the Zoomers think this is brilliant. Well, we bitches had this back in the 90s. Like this was a thing. Yeah. We had mini skirts, but they're too inappropriate.
Yeah, so we did.
Shorts built in.
I had
yes, we did.
So they just figured out. They just found squirts, and they think it's brilliant.
They'll get there. You got to give them time, though.
Can't wait for the pedal pushers to come back.
They don't know anything. Yeah, I can't wait for apple bottom jeans. Not really.
Yeah.
And the boots with the fur.
Yes. And finally,
Eddie is an asshole. Dog finds new owner after shelter challenges anyone man enough to adopt him. I didn't hear about Eddie.
Yeah, because you probably would have got him. Actually, it was Wichita County.
Wichita. That's Kansas. Right? Oh no, that's Arizona, isn't it?
Well, this is on Arizona.
Is he wearing a bomb?
No, it's Texas. Wichita Falls.
What is that?
Yeah. Texas.
Yeah, you could have had this dog.
There's so many Wichitas.
And he's wearing a bomb vest, I think, or something.
He is popping collars cool.
Yeah, he is. Look at that thing. That is popped. That is well popped.
That is popping collars.
So apparently the Humane Society received Eddie about a week ago, and the problem is that although he only weighed 17 pounds, he wanted to fight everybody. That's a problem.
I love him.
It's a problem at a shelter. So to get rid of him quickly, they made a post and they said the following. I'll see where is it. It said he weighs 17 pounds, but can take on a Rottweiler and win. Here you go.
And here accent. He would sound like he's from the Bronx, wearing a wife beater T-shirt and a tattoo that says "Mom" on his arm. If you got into a bar fight, Eddie would back you up and take on all 5 guys, put his cigarette out on their forehead, and not spill a drop of beer while doing it.
Yeah,
damn,
hell of a dog, man. So yeah, they challenged. Literally, they said anyone man enough to come adopt this dog. It worked. He wasn't there more than another 12 hours. And somebody was like, okay.
Yeah.
And announced that the a-hole dog Found his
The
right.
only problem with
Did
that,
they just challenge my manhood? I'm gonna
the
go
only
get
problem
this
with
dog.
that, however, is that they're saying he was adopted the same day, and that kind of, well, I guess it says published November 22nd, because generally we have, like, I just heard about a cat today who was literally another whole asshole who's been returned 3 times because he's gorgeous. He's white with one blue eye and one green eye, but he is a whole asshole. And so he's been returned 3 times now because people are like, this is an asshole cat. So, like,
I got one of
they'll
those here.
adopt and return, adopt. So I need to know, did they keep him or did they return him? Because people don't seem to understand that assholes wear a lot of work.
Yeah. They appear to have. This is a radio station posting it, so they're usually about 5 days late. There's no updates, so I guess he's still adopted. I hope so. Anyway,
I hope so.
Yeah.
But I will find out.
Yeah,
And
let us
add
know.
him to my pack if he
And we
is.
might do.
We'll hear him fighting in the background next.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's beating up everybody.
And then he's
Smoking
going to force
cigarettes.
me to start smoking again because I quit smoking. So, and he'll be over there just like puffing away, and I'll be like, "Damn it, give me a drag."
Yeah,
you put patches all over his body and get that taken care of. Yeah, that's it. That's all that happened this week. That's all there is.
That's amazing.
I know. Yeah.
And
Nothing
then
else.
Lucky never came back because he rage quit.
No, he rage quit.
Yeah, I told him to come back, and he says it's too late. He's breaking down his whole system.
All right. Well,
you're throwing it in that.
Well, we'll get him back. That's your job, Christine. You got to retrieve Lucky.
Well, I'll just send him a bikini pic. Oh, I went blurry again.
There you go. Yeah, me too. I like that works.
Let's do that. That
It's
draws
so funny
them in.
that it works.
Yeah. I like it. That's great.
Ridiculous.
Awesome.
Well, good.
Cool. So,
I missed you for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, it was like, with the stuff going on, then biking across Joshua Tree, and then, too drunk on Thanksgiving to get off my couch. So that's kind of what happened. But I'm around for the duration, actually. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, we've had quite the clamor in for a Christmas-themed movie night. And I was thinking about, like, when the best time to do this might be. And we'll talk about this later, but I was going to throw out there that maybe, like, next Friday, as long as, like, nobody's got any band gigs or whatever you do at night, Christine.
Let me check my swingers club.
There you go.
Check
pretty full schedule, I'm sure.
Yeah, it gets a little packed in more ways than one. If you know
that's what I hear. Yeah. Did they get political? Because
I need to stay off the swingers club because of the sugar content and the.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to get diabetes.
Christmas cookies, yeah.
Seriously.
I mean, like
next
Christmas
Friday is Hanukkah.
All right, great. We could do some Hanukkah stuff if there is any such thing.
Adam Sandler songs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we need to do a whole playlist of shitty Christmas songs, and when I say shitty, I mean the one Christmas Shoes. We need to do the Christmas Shoes. Please tell me you've heard Christmas Shoes.
It sounds vaguely familiar, but I don't. Yeah. Well, put together a list because we could find a bunch. There's literally thousands of terrible videos on YouTube that we could talk about.
Yes,
so the Park Stream Christmas special Friday night, December the 8th, right? Is that what we're talking about? Whatever
that day is, yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you a couple of links because Christmas Shoes is one, but then I'm not going to Whamageddon everybody for anyone.
I may start out drunk.
Okay, good, perfect. Yeah, okay, me too. I'll give it a shot.
I should be able to sit here and do it.
Just laugh anyway. Yeah. You can Egg McMahon it the whole way. That's what he did.
Oh yeah. He
was drunk.
I think I'm funnier when I'm drunk, but whatever. You
can
always mute me from the command center.
There we go.
No, we will let it fly, man. Let it fly.
Maybe I'll play some Christmas music.
All right, cool.
And
so
you need to listen to them, and like we're just gonna have like live reaction from Dill and or Lucky.
Yeah, that could work.
Because these are really terrible songs.
And we'll probably still do a news live stream.
I'm not gonna research it.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you've got any bad ones, throw them in there.
Oh, I will, but I won't listen to her stuff. I want to be fresh, like I've never seen it.
Yeah, cool.
And then
all right, we can do that.
See my.
That's why I'm just texting them to Drew.
We'll still do a news live stream on Thursday anyway, but we'll do something on Friday because I figure that's probably a good time to do it. Like there's not any schedule conflicts yet. Like after that, everything goes to hell. Like it's just nothing but Christmas parties the rest of the way until 6 days after. 6 days into the New Year.
Yeah. Oh no, my background is sharing. Sorry.
Oh, it makes it look like you have electricity when that happens.
Gracious. That's embarrassing. All right.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for this week, and we'll be back next week, and then maybe with this special Christmas thing, we'll start collecting material. And if you at home would like us to inflict upon us any awful Christmas music, please send it to me. I will definitely watch it. And I mean, if it's really bad, I'm going to make everybody watch it. So there you go.
Yes. Then the first one I just sent Drew, we're definitely going to watch.
I cannot wait.
So
all right, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care.